Yeah.
Okay. Taran, will you be proposing to anybody on the podcast tonight?
Well, Melissa, we've been podcast partners for so long, but it's time.
Actually, you guys have been together podcasting way longer than Bailey and Swaggy C.
It's true.
Yeah, everyone in the audience and chat is like, no, don't do it, Taran. This could end badly. Just like I was reacting while I was watching Swaggy. I was like, no, he better not.
Also with me tonight is a girl who told me that she's Dylan's new Emily. Melissa Denny. How you doing, Melissa?
I've been taken under the Dylan spell, I think. Or maybe I've just gone insane. I really don't know. But, you know, he was coming across really funny and charming and great on the feed. So I think I've gone insane.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. I can't believe it. I
can't believe it's coming out of my mouth right now. After just like a couple weeks ago, I was sitting there shuddering at the very thought. Now I'm just like, he's so funny though. But like, don't you think he's funny?
Unbelievable.
She's getting back up there in my book.
I really need somebody to make a supercut of all of Melissa's rants against Alex, capped off with, I don't really hate Alex. I actually kind of like her. I am not having this whole Melissa changing her story.
No, it's very easy.
The whole reason that Alex changed her tune is because she thought Paul was making fun of her. If she didn't think that, she wouldn't have changed her tune. Her whole speech at the end was like, oh, you pretended to be my friend while you were secretly making fun of me behind my back, which wasn't even true. And
I'm a very big flip-flopper.
Thank you.
Well,
like, clearly. I'm just gonna throw out there that like literally from week to week I can hate or love someone depending on what they do. And I'm not gonna say Alex totally redeemed herself because I really was very disappointed with her gameplay. But I will say that like her performance in the finale was really fun to watch. And I will give that to her.
Was absolutely terrible. She is the worst. She continued to say that Kevin started things with her.
Okay,
and Kevin is the worst. Of course you don't like it because she's terrible. You like one thing about her, which is that she railed against
the
Paul.
new Melissa.
Yeah, people were talking about Melissa. Like Melissa's face, like 5.
Coming for you, Melissa.
Yeah, people were talking about Melissa. Like Melissa's face, like 5 minutes ago was like the face that I'd be like, hey Melissa, are you okay? Like, do you need to get out of here?
You pause the podcast.
Chad is always looking at your face.
You're like, hey, no one can hear us. Really quick, like one-on-one.
Dude, I can make an excuse. We can leave. It's fine.
You're like, well, guys, gotta go.
All right, so
hold on.
Okay.
I am going to use my. So I get 2, right?
Right,
Because
you traded one away, right? So you got to fix your trade one.
I'm going to really upset the person running Kayla's Twitter account right now.
She's begged you not to.
I know, but who else am I going to buy at this point? I just feel like I really like Kayla. Okay, so I'm going to use my traded Marin stock to buy a Kayla stock. I really hope this doesn't jinx her. I'm so worried about it, but I like her and I want to put some stock on her. So let's just hope she's a good enough player to get around my curse next week.
All right. This is a preview next time on the LFC Roundtable podcast.
No.
Oh,
Dude, I regret it. I feel like I want to keep her there. I don't know what to do though. Let me think about it.
Oh my God.
Like, I really like her and I think she has a good chance in the game, but I really don't want to jinx her because it's more important to me that I win the draft than it is that I win the stock watch.
Bill Hall in the chat. We should add spooky music to Melissa's picks. So start thinking about team names. You gotta think about how to not name your team something that you've named them in the past that you've lost with, Melissa.
I'm going to. You can't stop me. I'm going to find a team Frankenstein that wins.
You have another Frankenstein while we have the Big Brother one happening?
Yes. It's going to keep going.
Really doubling, tripling down.
All right.
It's one of these days it's going to win, and then you guys are going to be like, wow, Team Frankenstein is such a successful team.
Well, no, because by then it'll be like 1-6.
Yeah, well, you don't count the previous ones. We're only going to count right now. And I win.
I like how Taran like subtly throws us under the bus, Melissa, by saying, you and Brent had Paris down last week, but I continue to rank her up.
I continue to follow along with what I initially
I'm just stating the facts. I do it with every.
I know.
Yeah. Well, when the facts are favorable.
I know, right?
When the facts are favorable, they often are, and it's not like I can change them.
Wow, look at that. Wow. See, this is exactly what we're talking about.
I love it that like a year into her time with Rob as a podcast, Melissa's finally come around to where I'm at with Taran. Like, oh my God, like really? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm buying
wasn't that like her main? Like that, she was like that from the start.
She hit it better than most.
It's like what is it called? The when you just like listen to sounds and you just love it. I can't remember the term for it. It's like weird stuff, like people whispering into the.
Oh yeah. What is that? It's
Man, it's bugging me that I don't know.
Shoot, what is that?
I don't know.
They like whisper into the mic.
I like to listen to the sound of my own voice on the podcast. That makes me feel better.
And they're like, I'm gonna brush my hair now.
What are you guys talking about? I don't know either one of you at this point. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Chat room. Someone's gotta help us.
There's ASMR.
ASMR.
Yes.
Thank you, chat. That's what it is.
It's like ASMR for me. I just
and they have it go from ear to ear. They're like,
yeah.
I have no idea. I know.
I think I've got it. I think I have talent.
Sounds like you've got a great talent for picking out losers.
No.
I was gonna be like, okay, so basically what she's trying to say is me and Melissa are the winners, and Taran, you're over there in the losers camp, Taran. So,
Look,
girl bye.
Also, like the more I've seen of him, I like more, and I feel like he's more intelligent than he originally came off to me. Just like in terms of his movie. Prowess or non-prowess.
Keyboard warrior.
Fitserton.
Talking trash until, he's got a, I know
him. I might meet him one day. I like your 7 Oscar movies. You watched 20 movies in 20 years.
Hey,
thinking about it, it is pretty impressive.
I'm impressed. You saw the Hurt Locker.
By my comments. However, I would like some clarity from Mike Bloom as to whether that is something that he brought up on his own, or if Mike Bloom was like,
now we're interested in the excuses
we need
of who
clarity.
said what.
Hey, do you love movies?
Drafted,
how many have you seen? I wonder if it was a Mike Bloom thing, or if this was,
Mike Bloom.
all I'm saying.
Certainly no potential acquaintance of mine would actually say that. Surely it must have been a mistake.
I stand by my statements about the lack of
alleged statement that may or may not have been said.
I loved last night's podcast where Rob just totally called you out, Taran. That was so funny when he's like, so Taran, I've noticed you the way you talk about Paris on the morning.
I personally think Rob is projecting. I think I remember the way he talked about Ica last season, and I've seen the way that you talk about Jesse on Twitter, Melissa. With his glasses.
I was gonna say, are we not gonna talk about this? I feel like we're burying the lead here. Jesse had glasses on today.
I saw. He looked like
are
Johnny.
We not all very excited about this?
He looks like Johnny from Big Brother Canada 3.
That's what I thought.
Important that we pay attention to these glasses.
But there's a folk tale that exists. This is a story. I don't know. Maybe you guys have heard it. It's called the Tortoise and the Hare. And in the Tortoise and the Hare, the hare, the little rabbit, the little bunny, is way faster than the tortoise. It's they're in a race, and the hare it runs way ahead, and it's in the lead the whole time. And then it gets very confident. It gets very it's you know what, I'm so far ahead. Let me just take a nap. Let me just not even worry. Am I even racing anyone anymore? I don't think so. They forget that they're even in a race. And then they buy a bunch of Braden stock at the end of the whole thing.
What? Did you really?
You're devious.
Oh my Oh my goodness. Wait, okay, wait. What does this mean for me?
I'm not entirely sure, but here's the thing. I was so far in the lead for so long that I was like, okay, if I go in on Braden, I'm gonna make over $1,000. And if I lose, if he comes in second, he's guaranteed second, I only lose like $300. That's an easy bargain. That's an easy like value bet there. Obviously, I'm gonna make that value bet. I forgot that it would be very easy to just cover my bases and make sure that I beat Melissa by like holding a certain amount or by putting a certain amount into Ty or Tara, because I literally just forgot that Melissa was even playing in the game with me. And so I think because Melissa has already informed me that she went all in on Ty, I think that Melissa beat me by a couple of dollars.
Wow.
I think.
Oh my God, guys. Do we understand what this means? Did Melissa win the stopwatch? Oh my God. What? Oh my God. I'd like to thank, all of the people who reminded me. This is such an honor. Every week they would remind me. Thank you. I didn't always listen. I'd like to thank Taran for being overly confident. I'd like to thank Ty for winning this for me. This is a big moment.
And you also talked with Arissa Cox, and that interview will be out sometime, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did say that.
Oh, you did say that. I'm sorry. I drifted off for a second. Sorry.
He's too busy answering questions in the chat about your Instagram.
Yeah, I know, right? Taran does not have an Instagram. He does not have pictures shirtless. Calm yourselves, people.
No,
everyone in the chat needs to chill out.
There's also Ninja versus Ninja
Taran, just
coverage.
take your shit off for the people.
Take it off.
And tune in tomorrow night for the Big Brother Canada 6 premiere. We're going to be live after the episode to talk about it, all three of us, and I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about.
Oh my God, for everyone listening just on audio, Taran took his shirt off.
Check it out on YouTube.
He's waving it above his head right now.
Oh man. So, what was I saying?
Just sign off, Taran.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this week.
Excuse me, you didn't say my handle.
Oh, I did. Oh, did I not ask you where people can find you?
You didn't even ask me.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Taran.
I can't believe.
Did everybody see this?
Melissa, I can't believe you're doubting me right now, because obviously I was going to ask you.
That was a sign off.
You're just
was
assuming that I was about to sign off.
And
what I was really doing was giving it to you right there at the end there.
No, it's fine, Taran. It's fine. I just know that, like, wow, okay. Like, not only do you not even say my handle anymore, like, we all know that was like your favorite thing to do. All of a sudden it's not. That's weird, right?
Look,
something is up.
No.
The audacity, Taran. There's something is up with Taran.
You just have no faith in me and my throwing it to you abilities. I had the ball. I was about to throw it to you, and then you just grabbed it from my hand. You were like, "Why didn't you throw it to me?"
I'm just saying. Everybody saw. The chat saw. The chat knows.
They saw you reach up from below in the video and grab the ball right from my hand. That's what they just saw.
Wow,
that was a bad read.
I am taken aback. Okay, but I'll just say I'll go ahead and do it. I'll continue on. Like, I won't just like stop the podcast for this, but I'm just gonna say you can find me on all social media channels. It's Melissa with 3 A's, and that's the truth. That's the fact.
Woo! All right.
Woo!
We did it. When they cast their votes and I'm at my peak level of like, oh my God, what is it? They then go into, and here are the fights across the entire season. And I'm like,
Oh no. Wow, that is about to be a reaction video.
I mean, you guys didn't have to make it that way.
Whoa, baby, that's about to do. That's going to get abused during the 23. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Look, they ruined it.
Have at it.
I was ready. I just wanted the nice reunion cuddles after, and instead they were like, nope, cuddles before. I was like, what?
Yeah, it does sort of take your ire out of the winds. There are definitely, especially in seasons that I don't particularly care for. Woo, okay, yeah, that's going to live in my mind for a while. But yeah, I think that, especially the seasons that I don't care for, it does sort of like you're on a high and then it's sort of you're coasting just to get to the end of the vote. But I do think that we do need those clip shows in the finale. The placement could probably use some work. But yeah, I like being reminded of all of the stuff that we missed. What I don't understand is that why are they still paying Arissa's Drag Race dust? Can we not get like a fully edited cut of them in drag? I don't understand. Like, why do they hate that? We loved watching that on the feeds. That was like one of the best moments on feeds. It's so annoying.
And like, that's the thing. I mean, we know this was historically one of the worst seasons, probably worst season ever for feeds. Like, they were all cut all the time. But I like using the finale as a platform of, hey, we're going to show you some clips, but here are some things that you missed on the show proper and you can only catch on our feeds. Next year, tune in there. It's a good time there too. Like, use it to cross promote your other content. But I also know that don't matter all that much. You want the big moments that happen throughout.
Are y'all
the season.
crying?
I can't look at Melissa. She won't stop laughing.
I'm sorry. I just can't. I like mute myself because I just keep thinking back on. Okay. I'll stop. This is like too much. I'm sorry.